psychology or profiling when you just take everything and label it delusional instead of finding out what it fucking is in the first place, you asshole. You think you're going to get away with tricking alternative media and people on the internet here with your fucking job performance, you stupid cunt? And let's see. Oh, well, maybe it's Horvat hit me up posing as you, Beata. Oh, look, he's not accurate. So then you go, well, just throw everything in the garbage. Like it changes the truth of everything I've just pointed out here, you fuck up. Take a look at how you analyze shit. Jesus Christ, to say you're incompetent is not accurate. You're actually balls to the walls stupid. Furthermore, it's going to be obvious for everybody. And you have an egotistical reaction to me getting angry, pointing out your mistakes here, instead of actually finding out you fucked up, asshole. Doesn't matter who it is. What I'm pointing out is totally on the money here, fuck up. Look at how you analyze shit. Look at how you arrive at truth. The whole point is your objective is not about finding out what the truth is. Your objective is about reading what you believe about me into everything. You literally cannot see one goddamn thing about me because you're reading all this shit you got about me wrong into everything, asshole. You sat with me for years and didn't double check one fucking thing, you stupid piece of shit, and both of you. One more, they keep affecting me, so Jurgen's just gone. He doesn't even exist. Like it changes shit. One more technology magic trick for you. What do you think I do? I assess basic realities. It's not just Beata. You're all stupid. Actually, Jurgen is the last one I had contact with. Point is, you're focused on your own magic tricks instead of seeing how I do shit. How do you think it works? You think because they affect me and Jurgen's gone from my head, it changes basic reality? Like somehow I'm not going to realize Jurgen's also involved here? The Bakia period? Hello? They hit me up with lies and ways of lying during your sex sessions with German honeypots at times. So they're not passing on the truth. I already gave them all sorts of profile information, you fuck-ups. You're still believing all the lies. Furthermore, you could have analyzed on your own and found out I've been telling the truth. It's not rocket science. So all the way around, it's a statement of you, your psychology, and your job performance. That's on you. My point is, getting back to the UFO thing, if I didn't have 6 witnesses, 6+, people who were with me, and I've had a lot more sightings than that. I've had a shitload on my own. There's a reason why I have, actually, and it gets to the bigger picture here. So they're bumping out the point. Yeah, so you would go, well, he believes in you, he saw a UFO, you would go delusional, and then you just read everything about me delusional. That's exactly what you've done here. But that's not real life, and that's not how it really works. I've pointed out my psychology to you, and you didn't clean it up because you're too busy labeling it delusional. You're fuck-ups. Anybody who is halfway professional will get the mistake made here on that one. You suffer from your own goddamn bias. That is the entire point. You put yourself there, agent. You're fucked. You're having a dick-waving contest, and the reality is you're already finished. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's actually you or Horvat. This is actually how you are and where you're at to a very large degree and extent here. And Jurgen as well. It does not change the truth of everything I've just stated. It does not matter who is involved. You're not focused on the truth. You don't even know how to determine it. You just go, well, he's wrong, and then that's it. You just shit can everything. You're fuck-ups. You're so incompetent, it's incredible. But you're not getting away with it with a whole audience of an audience full of people and somebody halfway intelligent interviewing me. You're fucked. July 15th, 8:22 p.m. I've got to get going here, so I've been editing the video yet again. So I hope that gives people from alternative media who are conscious and intelligent and questioning, I hope that gives you an idea of how German agents made their mistakes here. Because this is literally how they've performed. And man, in regards to interviews, I can go miles deep into what they think, why they think it, how they got there. This is what I've been doing the entire time, is noting the mistakes of agents and agencies. This is what the FBI is scared to death of in regards to me getting interviews. Everybody's going to know I'm telling the truth. The interview is going to blow up the internet, and I will probably have politicians contacting me in regards to this. That's the truth of it. So, yeah, it's a dangerous mess, and this has been the performance of German agents. They are not honest with themselves about one goddamn thing, and they're just absolutely shameless. That's the truth of it. They have not been honest in regards to their analyzing. No, nothing. It's beyond your imagination, really. But this is, my point is, this is just some of it. Oh, there's fuckloads. Note here in the video, hit me up for ways of lying to Russians. They've lied yet again about how I do things and these computer programs. They're hitting me up with computer programs which gives them fake answers, and then on top of it, they're trying to make it look like it's me and I'm in denial of the moment. These are hit pieces for foreign agents down the road with technology on me. And the reality is Horvat and our officers are fucked and patsy here. I see this all as desperate moves, but they've plopped down lies and they've invented all sorts of shit. Well, this is why this looks real and true. This is why this is... They're lying about the computer programs and my psychology, and they've literally got feelings on me, or they'll push feelings on me and hit me up with something, and then try and accuse those feelings of being mine. And the reality is, it's like accusing me of being gay. There's no better way of putting it. You just recognize it's got nothing to do with you or where you're coming from. So they're desperate. They're trying to portray me as delusional and in denial. And the reality is, all it is technology tricks. As I communicated to these agents, it was something like, God help you if they just take the technology all the way off of me for a few minutes. Within minutes, I will be miles deep up the FBI's ass and up Horvat's ass. And they know it, and Horvat knows it. So, that will be one of my recommendations for Russians if they're offering me citizenship. This shit's going to have to be done professionally and intelligently. This isn't kid shit. So, but the point is, I can get them all the way in. And this is what I've offered them. You give me citizenship, I'll get you all the way in regards to a dangerous mess. And the reality is, when they find out how American agencies have handled it, they are going to understand, like I do, that you could not possibly look worse for any goddamn agency. I literally watched a politician be targeted with this technology. I literally witnessed that. I witnessed an event which made the news, and that was remote controlled and involved people being murdered and a shooting. Hello? So this is an extremely dangerous mess, and the quote solution here for heads of agencies has been to hold me in. Oh, we're going to collect more information. That's a lie. It's a dangerous mess, and they should be telling German authorities and getting this ended. And they're afraid to do it because it's going to damage relations with Germany. Yeah, the way they've got it set up now, Horvat and her officers are going to run because they've got no choice, and they're balls to the walls dangerous. That's the current circumstances. They fucked up. So if the truth finally gets out here, they are absolutely in a world of shit. The elite are going to be looking at this and they're going to be like, well, one of our own got targeted. This was one of the motherfucking elite. This politician. Oh man, Mr. Creepy. Are you kidding? First thing I communicated to Horvat and her officers when they did it. First motherfucking thing that came out of my fucking brain straight to this dumb cunt and her team of idiots here. First thing I communicated was, well, that was stupid. Because I was looking at if I finally get this mess exposed, because they did that, the elite are going to be coming after them hardcore. And man, take a look at how Beata has handled this and everybody else from German agencies. They've handled it like a joke. They never took it seriously long enough to determine whether or not it's real or not. Oh, they're in a world of shit. So if this gets out publicly, the elite are going to be, oh my God, they're going to be going ballistic. They're going to pin a medal on me. And man, people, heads of agencies here are fucked. When the Russians find out, they're going to be like, holy shit, the Americans are just stupid as shit. Man, they should have gotten this mess ended. Horvat and her officers are currently doing unauthorized murder. Holy fuck. And they got a hard-on for agents and agencies now in the first place. As I told every group of agents now, clearly they are knocking off agents here, and you are unaware of it. Because that is how she fucking is. And then take a look at how Beata has performed here in Jurgen, who communicated to me a good agent is one that follows orders. I said that works for the military. I said a good agent is one that questions things. I would fucking know. I'm wearing the shoes. This is me speaking with a BKI agent directly, Jurgen. Take a look at the Disneyland they live in. Take a look at how they've performed. Take a look at how they analyze. That is the point. This is how it's happened. And they are dishonest about their job performance here. You get it? They are not analyzing and finding out what my psychology is. I tell them how I am here in regards to things. They throw it out. They read what they already believe into it. So then they just slap on more fake psychology. They are broken. They haven't cleaned their shit up. Hello? Who the fuck performs this way? It's finished. My point is, take a look. This is how this has happened. Take a look at my parents. Take a look at the picture of my mother in the one video. Hello? Oh, I'll have to put it in here then, now that I think about it. But take a look at my mother. That is how my mother and father got tricked by the FBI. Picture is worth 1,000 words. Take a good look. I'll put it here. So that's it. I've got to get going. It's getting dark. Okay, so I've been looking at their technology effects here. This is the stuff that they always do in video. Standard operational procedure. It goes all the way back to Phoenix. You know, as a point, one of the things they'll do is bring something up which I've brought up with them before. And then they pass it off as being theirs. This is one of the ways they've labeled me dishonest, and it's one of the ways in which they're hiding my intelligence. The reality is these FBI agents, just like Beata, and I can't claim Jurgen, but just like Beata, they don't get jack shit about one goddamn thing in regards to this world and the power structure and how it works. Jurgen is the only agent, literally the only agent I've met in my life that had a really good grasp of the political players and the power structure, and he understands how shit works. But he's literally the only agent I've met who really does understand this shit. The difference between Jurgen and Beata, as a point, is night and day. And that's how it is here with these agents and myself. This is why I said to the agents out in Phoenix, I said to them, I said, you want to know how I am? I said, take the technology off so I can write my book. I'm conscious and intelligent. They just don't see it because they're affecting me all of the time. That makes them idiots, not me. Then they go believing I'm stupid. That's the point. They're set up and tricked with their own goddamn technology effects. They're balls to the walls incompetent. That's what I mean. They're so incompetent, it's difficult for people to comprehend here. So then my best guess is, because they always do damage control, they never, ever let people in on their mistakes. It's all about damage control and looking the best. And they aren't. In their case, they're balls to the walls desperate to hide the truth of what a bunch of fuck-ups they are. So my best guess is they'll label it as, well, we've tricked them. Those weren't actual mistakes. We did it deliberately. No, that's a goddamn lie. I see them do this all the time. You know, they had this guy rob me, speaking of Phoenix, out at the canal with a gun. And Pee-wee fucked up. I almost ended up taking out him and his goddamn sidekick because I was worried about women and children. So then what Pee-wee did is he hijacked me when I was on the phone with my sister, made me angry, and then she's supposed to make a connection. Man, if I had been angry when those guys had first come up to me, it would have been game over. So they're trying to sell I'm angry and dangerous and this and that, and the reality is Pee-wee almost got 2 of his people taken out because I was worried about women and children. You tell me, does he know how to profile? He's the one that set the circumstances up. So then to do damage control and to hide his slight fucking mistake here, that he almost got 2 of his own people killed, and then I would have been straight to the goddamn newspapers about the FBI and how they tried murdering me. Hello? Are you hearing me here? He's trying to hide how heavily he fucked up, and he did it by affecting me on the phone with my sister. That is all he did. But take a look at the real circumstances here. They fuck up like this all of the time. This is actually where Patsy is at. This is what they're worried about in regards to Russian agents. So, but that is why I brought that up with Pee-wee out in Phoenix. I said, if you want to know me, just lower the technology so I can do my writing and you'll see real me, because that's where I operate from the entire time. I'm no different than David Icke. You think David Icke just does lectures? That's all built into his hard drive. He views the world around him that way. You, Beata, and you, Jurgen, don't get it because you're a couple of superficial fakes and a couple of broken dinosaurs like my parents. You do not grow and change. You do not evolve and grow, period. You are the way you are now is the way you'll be 50 years from now. That's exactly how you are. How David Icke is, how I am, and many people like me, Monica, Andre, all sorts of people here. This is how we are. It's a particular type of person. You do not know how to profile. Furthermore, you haven't cleaned your shit up. You're fucked. I don't wipe the floor up with you in interviews. And everybody here. Point is, I've pointed out my psychology, and they read the fake psychology into the answers I give. You understand? So if that's not beyond incompetent, then I don't know what is. Again, Beata is her own proof. But I want to get back to their tricks here. They've got a memory cage on me most of the time. I can't remember shit from just a couple of days ago. So they've got this memory cage on me. They affect you, literally impair your thinking, so you can't think about shit. And as a result, these agents remain in the dark in regards to all sorts of shit. Their whole focus has been passing on a profile I don't have while they themselves are looking at my real profile now. That's exactly what's going on with the FBI here. The problem for these agents and Horvat and her officers is that this is not about the fake profile. That constantly grows and changes and more incredible theories get invented for it and on and on and on. It's not about that. It's about my profile. So, as I've told Horvat and her officers and these agents here, you're finished. The moment somebody starts looking at what it is I am saying, instead of believing all of this far-out fantastic shit, it's game over. They keep trying to invent other ways, as a point. They know where I'm coming from in regards to all sorts of stuff. All they do is hit me up with the lies they are selling to others here. They're showing me what it is they're communicating behind the scenes for getting away with. This is how it was with Horvat and her officers. And they're passing it off to German agents. Well, he's confused. That's actually how he is. He's in denial, and on and on. They're just stupid and incompetent. That's why I don't waste my time with a lot of this shit anymore. But the point is, how they got there is based on how they analyze and the fact that they never double-check shit after hearing, well, that's not my profile. They labeled me as having motives I've never had, lying and manipulating to go free. That's never been true at all, and Monica knows that. She was a witness. She lived with me. She knew I had changed. Hello. So my point is, if you just look at the things I've brought up here, you can start to add it up, and you can start to see things for what it is. They labeled Monica as delusional. Actually, she knew that I could go free here. She saw the difference with me. And take a look at how they did this. They sold I was lying and manipulating to go free. A goddamn idiot could have seen the truth of me back in 2002. Yet German agents went believing I'm a threat to agencies. And Horvat piecemealed my life. She cherry-picked it and took singular events and built a fantastic psychology out of all of it for my so that she had a reason for holding me in. And I had no idea. Monica had no idea. We both knew I should go free here. And simply based on how I was. And that's the entire point. Horvat and her officers were a witness to this, but they lied about all of it. It's just their word against mine. That's the entire point. So it's time for somebody to take a look here at what it is these agents have been hiding. Everybody is focused on the lies they communicate to you. It's real simple. They've invented excuses and lies for all sorts of things I bring up in videos. That's the truth of it. So they've got excuses and lies, and then you're focused on that. You're not focused on what's coming out of my mouth. You're pretending to be an agent. That's what they're doing with people from alternative media. They're schooling people. And actually, all they're doing is programming you. And quite literally, how they're doing it is saying, well, this is how agents do stuff. And if this is this, that's how you end up being tricked. What's this about? This is about German agents being tricked. How did they get there? Instead of recognizing I'm speaking the truth about everything, they've psychoanalyzed everything into something it's not. Real life circumstances here, and they've got their heads up their asses pretending to be agents. The reality is they didn't question anything. They weren't objective, and they didn't find out from the very beginning. They've been prejudiced and biased, and just from the beginning believed, oh, agents are telling the truth. Hello? Like I just woke up one day talking about this shit. That's not how real life works. They've been even halfway objective and asked themselves, well, if he's telling the truth, how would it be from his side of the fence? They didn't even do that much. The point is, they could have figured out my psychology back in 2002 for what it was if they considered if it's real and true. Strangely enough, I then, years upon years later here, bring up how I was back then, and they're like, well, you're reinventing the past. Hello? This is how incompetent they are. They make excuses for their goddamn mistakes, and then they end up believing their own excuses. They then go labeling that as delusional, and I'm not honest with myself when the reality is it's plain, simple common sense. I was the one that was there. Hello? So you've got a group of lying agents versus me. And my whole profile is about speaking the truth in the first place. But the key point is, it's what anybody with half a brain does in my circumstances. That is one of the points here. From the very beginning, they could ask themselves, well, why would he be saying this? Hello? You get it? That's not what they did. They were never objective the entire time and way. That is why they're so fucked up in the head in regards to what they believe about me. It's why they can't see me in regards to honeypots. They don't even get what it is I'm angry about, and on and on. I'm not wasting my time explaining myself to fuck-ups when they reinvent my psychology. This is about them not cleaning up their mistakes. So we're going public here, and they're going down the toilet. I'll tell you the story with Ted Cruz here. They affected me. This was a long time ago, last year. Had me contact Ted Cruz. And because they knew I had already spoken about Russians and approaching the elite, but they picked Ted Cruz and were affecting me into contacting them, and I didn't bring up everything. And the FBI was out to lunch in regards to how I do my shit and my psychology, all sorts of stuff. I mean, they got all sorts of things. They've been investigating. They've been getting to the bottom of my profile. So, but the thing is, there's shitloads they did not get. As opposed, they get more now than they did back then. And the thing is, I never brought up what is really going on. So I'm like, fuck you all. I'll be contacting Ted here. I'll give him a copy of my book and, probably send him some video links. But that's how that got started, actually. And so I figured they had already gotten away with lying to him because they are the ones who picked him. I'm not stupid. From the very beginning, I figured that's what that's about. So I didn't bring up any of this. Now I've contacted the Russian embassy. I want to get citizenship. I'll get them on the inside of this shit. And, tonight I'll be sending off emails to politicians. Somebody's going to wake up to what is going on here. Chinese Ray and his pissants here will be hiding it from everybody. The key point is they already lied to Ted Cruz. That's how that works. And I knew it from the very goddamn beginning. They do all this shit with technology, and they get everybody to buy into the technology. The whole thing's a Disneyland. They're lying through their teeth in regards to all sorts of shit, in regards to what they're doing with the technology and how they're misusing it. Every time I bring up the truth of how they're misusing it, they've got a lie to plop down on top of it. Actually, the truth is what's coming out of my mouth, and what you're being told is a bunch of fucking bullshit. And you got there by pretending to be objective with people that you ought to begin to realize if you're at least halfway objective, you cannot be trusting them and believing what it is they're telling you. It's that simple. Actually, I'm speaking the truth, and they are lying about me. So take a look at what they've said to you, and take a look at how they're smearing my name. That is what is going on. Then you look from what I've just communicated to you, and you start looking, you'll see they're using it all over the place. You can wake up to how they're lying to you, but nobody's done it.